What if I told you about a guy who could sing, write songs, a successful comedian, and an actor to top it off? Oh, and to this day, one of the most influential peoples in entertainment history. Would you believe me?
Nobody wants to die. Oh, yeah.
His name is none other than the legendary Timmie Rogers. Believe it or not, Rogers made his start in a time that wasn't easy for fellow black comedians, and he did it by sticking with his convictions. Rogers did several firsts for the black community and so much more. So sit back and relax as we go over this Hall of Fame comedian's life and accomplishments in his 90s plus years of life. If you don't know much about him, I promise, by the end, you will have a whole new respect for this man, the gentleman with the infectious smile and memorable catchphrase.
This is $10. Oh, yeah.
Timmie Rogers was a Detroit baby, born in the state of Michigan on July 4th, 1915. His birth name was Timothy Louis Ancrum. Rogers didn't take long before he started entertaining the public. By his 8th birthday, he was already making a living while dancing out in public and earning money for the crowd. By the age of 12, Rogers left home and got a job working on the ship. As the ship's dishwasher, Rogers became fast friends with the cooks. In time, Rogers took it on himself to learn the language of the cooks. In the end, he was able to speak 9 different languages total. That's a credit to how intelligent Rogers was, with 2 of them being French and German, a few of the hardest to learn. Later on down the line, Rogers started working in a ballroom and helped clean and maintain the place while working there. Rogers was very observant and was able to learn the many dances he would see. He would demonstrate his dancing abilities and was invited to dance on stage before the acts. At the age of 17, Rogers would form a very successful dance team called Timmy and Freddie that worked the vaudeville circuit. They worked together for 12 years before they separated in 1944. This was a time when the black community were taking a stand for their civil rights. Rogers was ready to go on his own at the age of 29 and do it his way. To truly appreciate what Timmie Rogers accomplished in his professional career, you need to know what it was like for him and other black comedians and performers. To perform for any white audience, black comedians had to perform in blackface. They could only work in groups and talked amongst themselves, and to play a character, not use their own names, unlike white comedians like Bob Hope or Jackie Gleason. So when it came to Timmie Rogers' comedy, 1, he wasn't ever wearing blackface. 2, he would only be using his real name. And 3, he will speak to the crowd personally, no matter what their skin color might be. And the good news? With Rogers sticking to his convictions, he was able to do that for his entire career. And as we mentioned Jackie Gleason earlier, Rogers gave Gleason credit for helping his career and giving it major exposure. Rogers appeared on Gleason's own show many times as a guest star as himself. With Rogers sticking with his beliefs, he showed the country how wrong they were about black comedians. This in turn paved the way for others to follow. The likes of Bill Cosby and Dick Gregory would soon be following him as well. This, along with many other firsts for the black community and Rogers, would earn him the nickname the Jackie Robinson of comedy later in life. Another first for Rogers, he starred in the country's first black primetime show in 1949 called Uptown Jubilee on CBS. Because in the world of comedy and entertainment, Rogers truly was a pioneer and a leader. It actually had 3 titles in the show's 5-episode run, where it was a 30-minute variety show. Now we've covered how Timmie Rogers can dance, he can do comedy, heck, the guy can even speak 9 languages, but he can also sing and write songs. Rogers wrote the Nat King Cole hit single called If You Can't Smile and Say Yes. He would go on to write songs for other singers and artists as well. And as for singing, He even had his own album titled Oh Yeah, It's Me Singing. It included hits like Easy Street, Time Takes Care of Everything, and even Red Fox, or Fred Sanford, depending how you look on it, favorite, If I Didn't Care. It was released in 1965 and can be bought today on the iTunes Store. And one trademark instrument he always had, a Martin Tipple, as seen in Sanford and Son.
Oh, yeah!
Rogers only appeared in 10 movies or shows, but made the most of it. Besides Sanford and Son, he was in Good Times, the movie Sparkle, and the TV show in the 90s, Martin. But as we have learned throughout this video, Timmie Rogers wasn't just about acting, or singing, or even dancing. He was about entertainment and doing it his way, taking a stand against a bigoted system that held him and his fellow black entertainers down and changed the way things were. In all walks of life, it takes just one person to take a stand and change things for the better, like Jackie Robinson did for baseball. Timmie Rogers was that for the entertainment world. Rogers was inducted into the National Comedy Hall of Fame in 1993, cementing his legacy as one of the best of all time. Timmie Rogers passed away in December of 2006 at the age of 91. So in the end, did Rogers make the world a better place? That's an easy answer.
Nobody wants to die! Oh, yeah!
So the next time you see a Dave Chappelle or a Chris Rock or any other great black comedian, remember who paved the way for him. Timmie Rogers. Perhaps the most influential comedian who never gets talked about.